After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. Now, in the year 1973, the world still lies in the heart of this frigid period. The West and East engage in proxy wars to assert dominance, while spies and agents engage in shadowy dealings. And, with the threat of nuclear war, the world always feels close to doomsday. It's as if the whole world is holding their breath, waiting for someone to make the first wrong move.
So it's interesting what Darnell just said before we started recording. He thinks everybody should work.
Wait,
What about people who can't work, Darnell?
I never said that. We were talking about Hunter the Reckoning.
You just said it seconds ago.
What is Hunter the Reckoning?
Oh my god. Guys, I can't keep doing this anymore.
I'm not strong enough.
I can't always be the guy. You can't always... Because one day, some fucking 15-year-old on Twitter is going to dig it up and make up a story about me, and then it's over. It's all over.
At least you'll have this prediction on record.
Anyway.
Are there even enough 15-year-olds out there who would care about you, Darnell?
That's a good point.
I mean, he is in the SCP community. How many adults even are there?
It's mostly teenagers. They like to pretend it's like a cool older community, but it's like 80% teenagers.
A smattering of people above the age of 25.
And then there's like 3 guys who are actually good writers, and they're all in their 30s.
Right,
I'm
right.
not in my 30s. What's going on?
Tanhoney obliterated! Welcome back, guys! No, Tanhoney, you're a good writer. You're like a 7 out of 10 writer. 8 out of 10.
Darnell, see, this is why you're the one that ends up getting bullied, because you apologize. Do not apologize to him.
You just called Tan a fucking 7 out of 10 writer. If I were him, I'd shut this goddamn game down right now.
Chelsea's arm suddenly goes flying
7 or 8 out of 10 writer is really good, because I'm not using the DSCP rating system, so 10 is the max.
finds herself in a submarine.
I would give myself, personally, like a 4 or 5 out of 10.
Chelsea, we've got a new mission for you. You need to go investigate the wreckage of the Titanic.
Tanhoney, I'm giving you honest feedback. I think you're pretty good. Like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 is pretty good.
Tana knows you're joking, Darnell. See, again, this is why you're the one that ends up getting bullied.
But he always sounds so sad. He's always like, what do you mean?
He's fucking with you.
Oh dear.
He's got a sad voice. That's why I sound like.
Ma, where are the scones? Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Tanhoney,
My soul has already been died in that.
I'm trying to teach Darnell to stand up for himself, but he keeps cowering in the corner.
We don't want him doing that.
No. All right, I'm going to stand up for myself, and next time people say I'm problematic, I'll just accept it. I'll bear it on my chest.
No, you say...
Well, the thing is, Tan, it's not fun if the same guy gets bullied over and over. That's just bullying.
Do you hear that? He's the hero that stands up.
I didn't realize...
Jack is my girlfriend at the restaurant who's telling the waiter that I asked for no pickles.
That's correct. I wouldn't do that. I have done that even.
Wait, that makes me the waiter?
Yeah, you're the waiter,
yes,
fuckhead.
You got his order wrong, Tan.
You bullied me. It's weird too because I actually like pickles. All right. Anyway, Tan, why don't you give us a recap so we can start the session?
So previously, quite a few different things happened. Chelsea was made an offer by Manuel, and that she's pretending to accept. And in her pretending to accept, she has delivered a volunteer, Kay, into the clutches, but she seems fine with it. Meanwhile, Bats. You went down. Well, there's been a whole lot of like, is Chelsea a traitor? Is she not a traitor? Bats does not know what's going on. Bats has been investigating down underneath the Claridad Island, where it seems there's a network of tunnels and some sort of wound development facility, as it was called, with a big face guarding it, and also a password that we don't know. And Vasilii, you met up with your brother, Wan, and you had a bit of a confrontation, and he does not seem to like you very much. Driver has been sort of going back and forth between people trying to like ferry information and keeping Bats in the dark for the time being about the plan.
The fucking Polnareff of this game.
Wait, are you gonna get your own theme park?
Driver Land.
Driver. That's what it's called by its code name.
I was saying Bats was the Polnareff of this game because we're keeping him in the dark about Avdol.
I love the idea that like Driver gets super famous for all his deeds as like Driver, but then he opens it up and he calls it Dante Land. And everyone's like, "Who the fuck is Dante?" No one goes. Oh, that'd be sad. I can't see Bats opening a theme park, so I still vote for Driver being Polnareff.
Okay.
But I understand.
So,
I can see Vasilii opening a theme park.
Tan, there was a bit of the recap that I'm not fresh on from last week.
Okay.
Wasn't Driver fucking with the pipes and we were all outside of the building? That's how
Oh
we
yeah,
ended-
Driver did fuck
Oh
with
yeah,
the
I also blew up the water system in this.
Right. Someone's got a day off work because the water is flooding the fucking building.
I tried
And
to.
I do recall Bats and Driver, when we left off, were also descending down into the pipes.
Yeah, and I fixed the own pipes in my room, and I don't know where I was after that.
I think you were sort of idle at the end.
Yeah. You put me where you
Like a
need me to be,
sim.
coach. Let's jump right in.
You're like a sim. Imagine, like, you know, when the sink like explodes in The Sims and they're all standing for it, like, Buddy Banner!
The Sim speak.
Yeah.
Stamping my foot. My knee bar goes down.
But yes.
Put some
Let's
sweet
get right
jams
into
on,
it,
Dan.
shall we? Absolutely, I will. We finally, after a long interval, managed to get some jams assembled.
You guys aren't ready for this epic music bot. It never cuts out.
So, as we resume with our good friends in good trouble, we begin with Bats and Driver, who last we saw were making their way down into the tunnels beneath Claridad. They stretch on. They seem entirely different from the last time you were down here, Bats. It's like a labyrinth. It changes every time you go down here. Pipes and stretching on in every direction. Ladders going up and down. It's hard to tell not only where you came from, but also where you need to be going here to get down to that vault door that you saw previously, and the face that was guarding it, of course.
Bats has his flashlight extended and he's waving it at the pipes and the floor and the ceiling, and he's looking towards Driver, just becoming increasingly frustrated. I swear to God, it was around here somewhere. God, this place.
I believe you. We just gotta keep looking.
It was down, like way down. I went down a ladder and then another ladder, but it feels like we're on the same level, surface-wise.
Maybe. Not quite sure what to make of it yet. Let's just keep going.
And Bats is at this moment, he is going to raise his hand up and call back the Clash's balls. He's been using them to scout this lair almost to no avail. And he's going to just continue forward and see if there's any sort of incline or something that would indicate that he's going in the right direction. Even just a hint of a pipe somewhere.
Okay, well, as you're making your way through, there's no shortage of pipes here and ways to go. Whether or not those will take the right way is another matter entirely. The more promising of them, it seems, well, from what you recall, it was going down originally that you got to the face. So there is a ladder heading downwards, but it seems very rusty and slippery, this ladder. It does not seem reliable. There's also some tunnels going off to the side that you could perhaps pursue that maybe go down later on, but it's hard to say.
Bats is going to notice the ladder. There we go. Perfect. First ladder I've seen in, about an hour. And he's going to fire off a ball down that ladder first and try to roll it around and see what the terrain is like down there. If it resembles that area where he found the face first.
Well, as you're going down the ladder with the ball, it goes down and down and down and down, and no matter how far down it goes, it does not seem to be reaching a termination here or an exit. It just keeps going.
Bats is going to use his flashlight and look down.
You're going to use your flashlight and look down? As you use your flashlight and look down, you can see something shifting, like right at the bottom of what you can sense here. It seems like what you're seeing is contradictory to what happened to your ball, because there's definitely some sort of blockage a little ways down in the pipe here. It's hard to sort of discern what it is. It seems to be some sort of like biological blockage, basically. I don't want to say shit, but maybe.
I'm going to turn to driver. Well, I think we first encountered a sign of this guy down here. It's probably going to be pretty dangerous going head first like that. So what do you say we take the sides? And I'm going to gesture to the tunnels on the side of this ladder.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
The way that I saw him back up in the CEO's office was the face was positioned behind the wound treatment center, in front of it, facing away from it. But I don't think it's a good idea to go back up there, potentially risk getting caught out in the open like that. Probably the most secure area of the building.
Right. You're the one that's seen it, so I'll trust your instincts on this.
All right, then. We each take one tunnel?
Sure.
All right, and I guess they'll split after that.
Okay, so you go to the left and right tunnels here, basically. Again, it is a long walk down these tunnels for you guys individually. A driver, as you are heading down your tunnel, would you have gone left or right, do you think?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's no real difference, but like from when you go again, there's no way to tell them apart. But as you're turning a corner, because it's become like a mess of corners here, just like swirling in a way that obviously serves no architectural purpose. And as you turn one corner, you see a shadow like on the wall before you, like a huge shadow, but not necessarily of something huge. It could be a trick of the light. This sort of humanoid figure with one arm outstretched, sort of waving on the spot, it seems. Weirdly lumpy as well in its appearance.
And this is blocking my way, or?
It's not necessarily blocking away, but it's going. If you keep going, you are going to run into the source of what that shadow is.
Okay. I'll keep going then.
Okay, you turn the corner, and right in front of you, if you recall the human face that I mentioned originally, it was like a human head sort of stretched and sculpted to like be a blockage in a pipe. A similar phenomenon is in front of you. It's a human face, but stretched and sculpted into the face of into the shape of an entire human body. So it's got like an eye and a mouth on its torso, ears stretched out into arms and hands. It's horrifying to behold. And it sort of looks at you and goes...
It goes what?
It goes...
So it's making Chewbacca noises at me?
It's making like happy noises. And it's running towards you with its arms outstretched like a big toddler.
Aww.
I summon Proto Man over my body, and I project like a wall to try and block it off from me.
Okay, so I would say roll for thingy here. What is it called? Not audacity, it's called. What's happening to me? What's it called?
I don't protect, withstand. What are you saying?
No, the order. Turn order.
Initiative.
Oh, no. Initiative, please.
Initiative.
Please roll for it. I'm so scared.
Well, we don't normally roll for initiative. We just kind of decide what order people fight in.
Yeah, that's... Oh my god.
And remember, it goes ally, enemy, and if there's less of one than the other, then like people double up.
Okay, you'll go first then, Jack.
Okay.
So is it just Jack by himself?
Right now it is, yeah.
I guess I'll roll for durability. What? Durability and precision to make the wall?
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Okay.
And it's gonna, as you're doing that, it sort of rears back and the mouth like snaps open in the middle of its torso, like almost like it's doing like limbo, the way its back stretches back in the process, and it vomits profusely onto the wall you're creating.
3 successes.
Okay, and it is going to roll a
Well, isn't this technically toddler or headsman going first since he's launching and Jack's
He's
putting the wall
reacting to the wall.
Oh. I see.
So it's going to go for a strike here, power and precision. Okay. Yeah, with that, so you make this wall, block it off effectively. There's like a strange or shimmering effect where the vomit strikes the wall, but you don't notice any structural damage or anything like that.
All right.
Okay. And you have 2 actions, I believe.
No.
You don't.
No.
No, that's why I thought it was the
Obviously.
headsman that went first,
What's
because the
wrong with me?
headsman was charging at him and he made the wall to defend himself.
Okay.
But if you make this his action, then he's basically defending 2 actions in a row, unless he chooses to counterattack.
At any rate, it pulls its fist back for its action, and he goes to punch at this wall you've created here with all its strength. But it does seem like, for all of its weird sort of dimensions, it does have quite a bit of strength.
All right. I guess I will. Okay, while I made this wall, I was trying to like think of any like times in the past where we've blown up a wall, but I can't remember any.
We'll have to give you plenty of good material.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. We kind of burst through the wood wall at the bar. No, we didn't. No, that was a door from Sergeant.
You did blow up a few pipes.
Yeah, were you there for that?
I wasn't there for that, but I'm saying like
But he's also not here for this, so...
Jack was there for, like, Jack was the one who blew up the pipes. So
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, my plan when I was summoning the wall was to make it explode when the creature tried to break through it. And that's
Okay.
what I'm gonna do now.
So I would say it's probably a bamboozle roll there.
And I think I should get an advantage for my clever plan.
I second his request.
Okay. This is a democracy after all. So it's going to go for a break, which is power and body.
What is this? Wit and menacing?
Bamboozle would be
Yes,
wit and
wit and
menacing,
menacing.
yes.
Okay.
Get him, Jack. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Versus
1,
3.
2. Yeah. So again, as it's punching it at that very instant, you sort of set off the explosion of the wall, and this thing goes flying backwards, sort of rolling into a heap on the floor before you. Clearly not dead, but quite clearly damaged here.
Oh yeah.
Like a big part of its arm like sloughs off and slops to the floor.
And guess it's my turn now.
It is, yes.
There's not a lot of space in here, right?
Not necessarily. If
Okay.
you squeeze, you could maybe get a bit of maneuverability, but by no means can you like dance around in here.
Yeah, so I think I'm at a bit of a disadvantage in here because my stand requires a lot of like maneuverability and stuff to be super effective. So I guess the most reliable tactic I have here is to take my Mega Man Buster and try like gun it down with blasts of light.
Okay, so just like bam, 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 shoot it down there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely. As is your right.
I guess that'll be power and precision.
I believe so. Yes, power and precision for a strike there, and as it's rolling up there, it seems to be like almost like rolling itself into a ball, almost like dough, and trying to roll out the way. So it's going to go for a dodge here.
4 hits for Jack.
Dodge is body and wit.
How much wit could a thing like this have?
It has no soul.
It lost.
Yeah. So it tries to roll away, but only makes itself a more precise target. And your blasts go right through the center of mass, and it slops to the floor and becomes just a puddle of almost like digested meat, basically.
Okay, so my question now is, this thing seems like a fucking necromorph from Dead Space. Do I need to completely get rid of this thing in order for it to be dead?
Who can say?
Just in case, I'm gonna hack it into pieces.
Absolutely.
I take Proto-Man to bike form, and like Dante from like Devil May Cry 5, I split the motorcycle in two, and I summon like blades on the wheels to like chainsaw it up into pieces.
Remind me to tell you, I have a story I gotta share with you after this.
Okay.
You do so easily. So, and you've like it's a pizza pie, you manage to slice it into 9 by 9 inches.
All right. And with it deceased, I proceed through the tunnel.
Okay, so we're going to swoosh over to our other friend in the tunnel, Bats here. So you've been getting a much more comfortable way than your friend Driver, it seems. You've got, instead of the cramped one, you've got a real big and wide one you've ended up in, with all sorts of outlets running into it, water that you do not necessarily want to know the origin of spilling into like this river that you're sort of having to wade through, essentially. So when I say comfortable, I mean only in terms of space. Everything else is very uncomfortable.
Right. I'm going to continue proceeding down the tunnel, but I'm also going to bring out the Clash and kind of have him ride on my back like a backpack and use him to hold the flashlight while I keep my hands relatively free. One on my handgun and the other one kind of just open in case I need to overlay.
Absolutely. Now, as you do, so it's very dark in here as well, so the flashlight is sort of like giving you just this barest bit of visibility. As you are doing this, you hear splashing behind you, and breathing that you recognise as the voice of your friend Driver approaching from behind.
Hey, what are you doing down here? I told you to go in the other tunnel.
I was following the other tunnel.
Bats is going to turn around, pointing the flashlight at Driver.
You flash the flashlight at Driver and see that it does not appear to be Driver. It's a massive head, basically, with two legs, like almost like dinosaur legs, basically, in terms of structure. But legs appear to be made from more heads, basically, so they also have like mouths and eyes grinning at you.
You won't believe what I found, Bats.
Jesus Christ! Bats is gonna unload his handgun directly at this thing's face, aiming for the eyes, the nose, whatever.
Bats?
Okay. Do you want to play this? Do you want to decide its moves, Jack?
DM me its abilities, and sure.
Sure. Let me get you its stats. Well, I can't.
You don't have to tell me anything. Just tell me what attacks I can be
like...
using.
Anything a head can do.
Okay.
Sorry, it's the copy and paste didn't quite work as I expected it to there. You know what? I'll just take a fucking screenshot of it like a fucking smart guy. Hold on, sorry about delay here, guys. Okay.
Okay. That's what I was asking. So I guess it would be Bats' turn.
Yes, Bats, you will begin here.
Yes, I'm going to retcon what I just did there, and I'm going to not only just unload into it with my pistol, I'm also going to have the Clash fire balls directly at this thing using both its arms and legs. So just a complete opening salvo of bullets from every possible source.
So overkill?
I'd probably say so, yeah.
Which is power and precision? Or am I wrong?
Let me check there for you.
Before you roll, though, Jack, what is your reaction?
Yeah, what does Jack? What does Driver do? Why
I
is he
want-
betraying
I
Driver? I
want
don't
to
understand.
my mouth, and I want to swallow the bullets like delicious candy.
Absolutely.
Itadaki.
So I would say that's interceptor, that's durability and precision.
That's
Don't I get a
You completely
advantage for being
fucked.
smart enough to eat it?
What am I rolling, Tan?
So yours was overkill. Overkill is menacing and power.
I would like to say for everyone, Tane completely fucked up the copy paste, so it looks really weird to try and get these stats.
I'm sorry. Hold on, I'll get you the image of it.
Only 3 on a 9? Actually, that's statistically exactly what you would get.
Let's see, durability 5 and 3. Okay.
Tie, so no damage.
Okay, so its mouth snaps open. Again, just like the lid of a toy box, basically, and the bullets go inside, and you do not see them again. And then it bursts.
What the fuck?
Thank you for the food, Bats. I was very hungry down here. Would you like some food too, Bats?
Get the fuck away from me, you goddamn weirdo!
I want to open my mouth and I want to like stretch out my tongue and like have like the little bullets laying on it, and I want to fling them back at him.
Absolutely. I would say that's the strike there.
What is that? Body and power?
Power precision.
Power and precision, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get his ass.
How will you? How do you respond to such an event?
I think I'm going to overlay the Clash's feet on mine and jump and use the balls to propel myself up to some sort of anything on the ceiling I could grab onto.
Pipes running along the ceiling. Yeah, you can jump like round to one of those.
Perfect. Yeah. And maybe if it's too high, I'll have the Clash stand on its tippy toes on my shoulders and use its hand to grab onto the pipe.
So I would say you can do. Yeah. I would say you can do that either as dodge, which is body and wit, or as maneuver, which is body and speed.
You only need to get 1 success.
Right. I'm going to go with maneuver then. So.
There you go. Two successes, so you're all set. Hello?
Oh yeah.
Tan?
Yeah, sorry, I was just dealing Jack.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
success.
Tanhoney and I are planning some sneaky shit.
So, Bats, yeah, you managed to dodge these bullets. So the bang, 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 bang echoes down the sewers here as they're fired back, slamming into the wall behind you, Bats, and sort of warping steel to such a degree that you are really glad they didn't hit you.
You wasted my candy.
I'm about to waste your whole life.
Oh, that's no good. That's no good.
Bats is going to send out a whole slew of balls here into the air, just firing off as many as he can, and he's going to have them spin around not Dante's body, and one by one he's going to have them ricochet off the walls and into this thing's body, just attacking it one after another at different precise points on its body.
Okay, I would say that's certainly a trick shot, so that'd be wit and precision you'll want to use there.
Gotcha.
Bats. I'm still really hungry. And I unhinge my jaw and I leap up at Bats' feet and I try to take like a big bite out of his ankles.
Okay.
This is a counterattack, so I am 100% just taking this
you're
damage.
accepting the hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say from you, that is going to be probably a. So you're trying to bite. You're trying to bite it off or latch on here.
Either or.
I'd say it's maybe a cripple though. That's wit and power.
That's. Oh, okay.
Okay. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So, as like a snapping turtle, the thing lunges towards you as you fire off your trick shots, Bats. But you manage to step out of the way in time, and then from every angle, bullets flood into its body, sending it into a comical dance from the recoil. And it goes to 1 out of 2. At this point, after those gunshots have echoed out throughout the sewers, the real Bats has just turned the corner. It seems like he's gone to try and search for you, but
the real
driver. Sorry, the real driver has just found this conflict.
The fake Bats was fighting the fake driver.
I was about to be so confused.
It's so meta. But yes, the real driver has just sort of appeared at the other end of the tunnel.
Bats looks in the mirror and he just sees, and his reflection isn't him.
It's a driver in the mirror. It's like Fight Club. Has anyone else ever acknowledged a driver's presence?
That's true.
They're both Italian American because they're both the same guy.
So it's driver's term?
Driver, you've just seen this though, yeah, so I would say it is now a driver's turn, yes, so let's just add
I want to speed down and try and run over this thing.
Like Kuze?
Yeah. Damn it!
Have you got a pipe? Have you picked up a pipe to use?
Yeah, I guess that's durability and speed.
Yes, absolutely. And it's going to... Well, I'm going to assume direct control. It's going to whirl around and lash out with its tongue once again, almost like a whip, and vomit profusely at the incoming motorbike. So it's going to go for a strike.
So this is a counterattack, and it's just accepting the hit?
It's accepting the hit.
Okay.
It's going to roll its power and precision. Oh dear.
It is a good thing this thing is on 1 HP.
Yeah, so you slam it and shave off the top of its head with your pipe at the same instant that vomit strikes you. And soaks you, essentially, driver. And in that same... You don't take a hit, but in that same instance, you vanish from sight before Bats. From your perspective, you are suddenly on a bike, and then a second later, you're in an incredibly cramped space, almost crushing you, with very little air. And from feeling around with your hands, it seems you've been teleported into one of the pipes.
Oh, no.
What do I just watch Dante disappear?
You just saw him go beep, when the vomit hit him there. Yeah.
I love that Bats has no fucking idea what's happening right now.
Yeah, Bats is gonna be like, he's driver, you're back. Oh, damn it!
Okay, so I'm trapped in a pipe.
Yeah. I mean, a pipe, not like a corridor pipe. This is literally a pipe you would put liquids through. It's very small.
Yeah.
You will not survive for long in here.
It's like the thing from part 6. What was Sports Max?
Exactly. You can feel water bashing against your face and everything.
It is a good thing I broke the water system, I think. And as I'm thinking that, I summon like proto-men claws over my hand, and I try and like slice my way out of the pipe.
Absolutely. So I would say roll a what's the slice there? Roll strike probably, to be honest. And I'll say that's a 3 because it's very cramped confines. It's pitch black and it's very difficult to do anything.
Holy shit.
Oh, in general, okay. Oh, his power just started. He got teleported into the pipe in real life. No.
You got like 6 successes there, Teng. God damn.
You okay?
What?
That was a while ago.
Oh, I'm dumb. It was a while. It was 2 minutes ago. Sorry. I zoned out for a quick second. I'm sorry.
He's fighting for his fucking life, man.
Power's out, John.
They fucking got him. Okay, well, while it's doing that, maybe we should swoosh to someone else in the meantime.
Sure.
So, as we swoosh, we go to you, Chelsea. You, what have you been doing today, basically, as no one's been actually working because the fucking water is fucked?
So I think...
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my power died.
Welcome back, Phone Jack.
Okay, so are we gonna look? Okay, we'll switch back to Chelsea in a second. You're in the pipe. You're trying to splash out. You need to get a power and precision of 3 to get out of this fucking hellhole.
The camera's on her for 1 second. She opens her mouth and then it switches back.
Dimension break.
She senses that her friends are in danger.
He's in the fucking pipe throws.
3!
So you, with a slice, you just managed to open up enough of a gap that you can sort of it's very awkward doing it with your arms all cramped open. You manage to dice away enough of the pipe that you can sort of slip out and almost land on top of bats.
I just realized that the proto-men claw thing is very similar to Spider-Man 2099.
So yeah, you managed. You are of course filthy at this point from being in that pipe, but you sploosh down next to bats.
Ah, Jesus Christ!
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
I have no idea. That thing spit vomit at me, and the moment it touched me, I found myself trapped in a pipe.
Huh? In the pipe?
Yes, in the pipe.
All right, well, I got an idea. Tan, are we going to my turn on combat, or...
Well, the combat's over, it's dead, but...
Oh, wait, what happened? I must have zoned out.
Driver came down the sewers on his motorbike and slashed its head off with a pipe.
I thought he was slashing a pipe open to escape. I also got confused.
That happened before that.
Okay, I see.
So he opened the pipe, and then what did he do? He cut its head off?
No. He came down the corridor,
I
slammed
ran
its head
over
off
the
with a pipe,
thing.
and it vomited on him at the same time and teleported him into the pipes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Humanity
Okay,
restored.
so I didn't realize that when he was teleported to the pipe, he already killed it. I thought it countered the motorcycle attack. I was paying attention. I just
No, that's no worries.
No, when you do it, when you do
counter-attack,
counterattack,
so it's
you
not the hit.
accept the damage.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Well,
So that
then
means
I will
driver's
put-
at 2-3, right?
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Okay, I will drop down from the pipe then, and hopefully help driver down and kind of dust myself off and look at him and just go, so no dice on your end of the tunnel?
No, I also encountered one of these disgusting things, but the moment I heard your gunshots, I sped over here to help out.
Did it look like me?
No.
Well, then why did that one look like you?
You look down at the corpse. It's a hideous abomination.
It didn't look like him, it just sounded like him, I thought. Was it like Driver's head, or was it just...
It's hard to determine whose head it is.
I like
Bats
glance
has
at
poor
Bats
recognition.
as he says it looks like me.
It's got your chicken legs.
Sorry, I mean it has your nose, your eyes, it had your voice.
Right. I imagine it does not have my nose.
You look at it, it's got a nose, whether or not you can discern the identity.
It's actually
of the
got the
nose.
same nose as like when Vasilii did that fucked up face in session.
Oh my god. Right, well, maybe my encounter with the other one caused this one to mimic my voice. And
So
I
you think
very
he-
carefully specify voice to counter this assertion that it looks like me.
Bats is gonna squat down and kind of drag his finger through the meat slurry and examine it. So you think we're dealing with many things with one brain, huh?
Maybe.
All right. Well, I think it's best if we stay close then. No more splitting up.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll continue down the tunnel, and then we could transition to the next scene.
Yeah, as the lights of your flashlight sort of dim in the distance, we've swooshed back up to Chelsea, who's finishing, taking that breath she did before.
So I think
with the
Chelsea's-
what were you doing?
Chelsea's
Didn't Chelsea
focus-
call for like Vasilii to fix the toilet or something last session?
she fixed her toilet. She's good. I think what Chelsea does is she still obviously is all aboard this plan of like pretending to side with Manuel, but I mean, despite Kay's confidence, Kay is not a field agent. You know, she works in a garage all day, and I mean, Chelsea bested her stand, from what Chelsea believes. So I think she's very concerned. So she's going to try and use her position both as a mailroom and as someone who's sort of on Manuel's side to explore some of the places she hasn't been yet and just see if she can find any clue as to where they might have taken Kay and just make sure that she's okay. So sort of like a recon.
Okay. So how will you do this?
I
Where will you
think
go?
what I do is I start by going to the parts of the building I haven't been, if there are any, and I see if there's like any doors I haven't entered, or if there's like any buildings where it's like, don't come here if you're in a, this is restricted access. And if there's nothing so obvious as that, was I made aware of the fucked up like ladder that goes down in the conference room, or do I not know of that in character?
I don't know if you know about that, to be honest.
Okay. Then I start by looking for anywhere that's restricted access, basically.
Okay, so it's a bit of a search. Most places you're sort of allowed in as long as you look confident enough, it seems.
Right.
But on the fourth floor, the executive office, there is also, as mentioned in the pamphlet, the innovation lab, which unfortunately it says in the pamphlet are industry secrets. So it's a very sleek sort of facility from what you can see. It's like in the corner of the building.
I'm going to the innovation lab.
Okay, there's lots of fancy doctors in lab coats, as you can imagine. And one...
I'm going to try and take a lab coat that's just like hanging somewhere and put it on to like blend in Hitman style.
Absolutely. Well, that is, of course, your... I would say it's maybe a confound roll we're going to make here. And give me it'll be presence roll. Roll me menacing and menacing.
Menacing and menacing. All right.
And let's get a 2 on this.
And I am going to burn 2 luck ahead of time of my temp luck to
Give yourself an advantage.
Yes, thank you. Sorry. Hang on, I just had to edit my sheet. I forgot to put that I only have 2 perm now. So that is 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay, is that an overpose?
It is an overpose. So
Tell me how good of
Chelsea
a
not
scientist
only
you are.
fits in, but I think her coat happened to also have like an access card someone left in. So she's just like fucking going straight through.
Well done, 47.
There's a pair of reading glasses as well, so she puts those on, and people think she looks very smart.
One of the newer scientists, it seems, is doing an experiment with some pebbles in a bowl. You're not qualified to gauge what the experiment is.
I shake my head and I say, try it on a higher setting.
He looks up at you and, sensing your authority, goes, "Oh, ma'am, we're doing the experiment that we were talking about this morning. Did you want to see?"
Oh, of course. Yeah, I can watch. I got a minute.
He taps some keys, and a strange device, like on an arm, like over on top of the pebbles, and it almost like a lamp. It just sort of shines a light on them from a few seconds, and then he points excitedly at the screen. "Look at these readings!"
I sort of nod, very restrained, and I go, "Not bad." And I look at him, "But I know you can do better."
You can't mean those settings.
Well, you know what they say, can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. Now, are we here to deliver innovation or mediocrity? Because I thought we were the innovation lab. Of course! Turn up the settings!
Absolutely, he starts tapping recklessly at the keys.
About to fucking nuke the island.
Okay, this is gonna take a while. So,
I'm running out of time and patience. Just record it and I'll watch it in the logs later. And I'm gonna head back down. And I'm looking for... I'm just trying to see if there's maybe any other areas in here that are like even higher access, or like ladders that go down. Or maybe I'm even just talking to people. Maybe I'm trying to speak in code like, what do you know about the new shipment? Or have we had any new arrivals lately that I need to be aware of? Things that like in a criminal world they might pick up what she means, but hopefully she could also play off as science bullshit.
New arrivals, says one of the scientists. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Unless you're talking about the ships that come in Darkside.
Oh well, what do you think I'm talking about, dipshit? Of course I'm talking about the ships that are coming in through Darkside.
And we're trying with a professional environment here, come on.
I'm gonna Kabe-Don him against the wall. I'm gonna be like, why don't you just tell me the answers I need?
Well, there was another shipment a couple of nights ago. A couple of the items brought in on the south side of the island, shuttle over here, brought down, to the the primary lab.
Nothing yesterday?
Yesterday? Well, I think they brought in something, but that was a bit above my pay grade.
Well, then whose pay grade is it?
Well, I suppose the director would know what that's all about, but he's away for the time being. If you didn't go to a party to see him off, he's in France for the weekend.
You know what's actually funny about this is I think if Tan had done this to me 6 months ago, I would have been like, wow, railroad. But having worked in a workplace and experienced where only one person knows how to make everything work and they're on vacation is very real and happens all the time. Constantly.
Yeah, I can also confirm this.
I mean, his office is over there.
Like, every company has one, maybe two people that know what they're doing, and when those people are gone, nothing functions.
I can get you his number if you need it, but...
What do you think?
I don't know, I'm asking you. Come on.
I take a clipboard and I start writing something down. What was your name again?
Markson.
Markson. I'm sure the director is going to be very interested to hear about your performance. Of course,
yeah, he's my uncle.
Yeah, well, your uncle, I guess you're the nephew that he said was a disappointment.
What?
Look, I don't have time for this right now. The number? I had it, but I got a new phone.
Got a new phone? Oh, sure, I guess. He sort of lifts
Wait
up
a minute! Oh no, this is in the 70s! Sweating emoji!
That's a temporal breach, ma'am. They all converge upon you.
Got a new phone.
You're torn to shreds.
He says, I lost a sticky note.
Driver dressed as Spider-Man 2099 shows up behind you.
The marker finally washed off my hand
you.
from the company party.
Time rewinds a few seconds to allow you to undo that fatal error.
Thank you. He says, I need it. Come on, hurry! I'm snapping my fingers at him.
He reels off a number for you.
Finally. And I go find the nearest phone, I guess, since the cell phones aren't a thing yet.
Beep, 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 beep. They've got a very unique ringtone. Hello? Who is calling me on my handheld landline?
Director, I need to
Well, Looks like someone didn't get the memo. I'm on vacation. This better be good.
Yeah, it's important, Director. Big Boss himself.
Who is this?
This is, and I look.
I can't see your lab coat over the phone, so.
What does my name tag say?
It says Johnny Jingles.
My name is Johnny Jingles.
Oh, I didn't recognize you, Johnny. You had a very feminine voice for a second.
Yeah, sorry. Vasectomy. Anyway.
Sorry to hear that. So.
What?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's what the wife wanted.
This is fucking postal logic.
You're married?
Yeah, you've missed a lot on your vacation, bud.
It's been a long weekend.
Listen, what's important is the big boss himself wants me to check in on what arrived yesterday. Can you tell me where I can find it?
Well, I got a call from him to call some other guys to call the companies, and, well, they cleared up space, down below for that little morsel.
Alright, perfect.
I left a note about it in my office. You know the code to get in? Because I'm about to go jet skiing here.
I did, but my marker washed off from the company party. If you could give it to me one more time.
Oh, that company party. A lot of people's markers got washed off.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know what you're saying, boy. I can't wait for the next one.
You're saying, boy.
Oh, boy, howdy.
Wait.
Ooh, they don't call us Johnny Jingles for nothing. Well, they call me that. But they don't call you...
Disgusting brothers.
Disgusting brothers. Back at it again. But yeah, the code.
The code, it's 4521.
4521.
By the way, you see my nephew. Tell him I'm proud of him.
Oh, well, actually, about your nephew. He, hasn't been doing too well lately.
What's happened to my dear nephew?
Well, no. He's, as a person, he's fine, but his work has been...
Oh, thank God.
His work has been real shoddy lately. I don't know. Look, I'm not going to say anything. You know, he's your nephew, you're my bro, I've got you. But, like, if Manuel catches wind of how bad he's doing, you might want to talk to him.
Well, I would, but I'm about to go jet skiing.
Of course. Just when you get back, though, you might really want to sit him down and talk about what he really wants. Because, frankly, I'm starting to believe he's not invested in this place like you and I are.
What about the pebbles? He been heating the pebbles? He loves that.
No, he hasn't even been doing the pebbles. I had to get someone else to do the pebbles, and that person's doing a great job, thank God, covering his ass. No, he was just wandering around in the hallway.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely talk to him. I'll talk to you later as well, Johnny.
Hey, bring me back a souvenir, alright?
Sure thing. Love you.
Yo, love you too.
Stupid, why'd I say that? Stupid.
She's blushing. No, but I'm gonna go to his look for his office and find those notes.
I love how to put like 2 seconds of interaction with any character reveals them to be clinically insane.
I think these two are just like... I think these two just got something going on.
We've got chemistry. You wouldn't get it.
For the conversation.
You wouldn't get it. Anyway, I'm going to the director's
You're not a
office.
scientist. You understand the bond to such friendship.
The first time she's felt in years. No, she's gonna go to his office, put in the code, and look for those notes on where exactly down below is and what's going on with that.
So, down below, you don't find much about that specific phrasing. There are sort of blueprints of the building, though, and when you go down to the floors, like, each floor that you know of has a pretty detailed blueprint. But when you get to the floor below the basement where all these pipes, there's no actual structures listed, just the word martyrs in big bold lettering.
Jesus Christ. What's the info he has note-wise about the new arrival or new package or whatever?
It seems to be a general sort of inventory. It's sort of structured like this, basically.
Structured like what? Do I need to have the...
Like this.
What's it called?
Like that. It's just like, it was like an inventory here.
Okay. John Clark, human normal.
Something like that.
Gideon West, human stand user.
Oh.
Gideon's a dope name, by the way. I use that name a lot in roleplay. Yusuf Glee, human normal, W developing. Oh no.
And then there's one that sort of catches your eye that you know of, basically.
And are these the only once you put that one? Ooh. Whoa, hold up. Doesn't say human on there. Hold on. Are these the only 4 on the list, or were those
This
3
is
just
the examples.
Okay. I think this qualifies like I don't know if this qualifies a music change or what, but I think she's like, is that the only one that doesn't have human on it?
It is.
What the fuck? She steps back for a moment. Because, like, just that alone doesn't really say a lot.
Driver, you gotta pull out. She's not human.
But, like, it's really... I'm sorry, that got me. Driver. No, not the alien Nussy. I think she, like... Because... And it's pretty meticulous. Every other one says human. But she's like... I don't really think a person would know what to make of that, looking at it. So she just stops for a second. She goes... But that's all on the martyr's floor, right?
Well, it's a separate document.
Alright, and is there any clue on the blueprint as to how to get to the martyr's floor?
Yeah, go down from the basement.
Okay. I think I've got everything I need from the innovation lab. Chelsea's sort of... She's not, like, shaking. She's not afraid. She hasn't really put together what this could be yet, but there's definitely a change in her mood. Like, you know, she's kind of improvising, having a little fun with it, but, like, concerned about Kay. But now she's like, should she be concerned about Kay? Does she really even know Kay? Like, she's known Kay for years, but, like Tanoni, what does she actually know about Kay?
He's the girl who puts together the tech.
And that's about all?
About it, yeah. But, like, everything else is pretty surface level.
And I think she has a realization. She's like, I know more about Masterson than I know about Kay, and I fucking hate Masterson.
You know more about Masterson against your will.
Which is strange to her. So I think she's gonna make her way to that basement. But now there's less of a panic of like, I hope Kay's alright, and more of a, what's going on? What is this martyr's floor? Why isn't Kay listed as human? As she makes her way down.
Okay, and as you're doing so, we'll swoosh our way over to Vasilii. How have you been spending your day off?
Vasilii might need something of a recap, as if it's been in some other universe an hour since things began.
Are you kidding me? You haven't paid attention the whole time?
As I don't remember what Vasilii was up to.
Oh, at the end of last you had just left the bathroom after confronting your brother. And it did not go well.
Well, not sure what I expected. Yeah. Wait, is he like a day behind everyone else? The toilets haven't happened yet?
No, the toilet hasn't happened yet. It's just that you were meeting him in a bathroom. The toilets did not need to be operational for that.
So this is going on at the same time as everything else. It's not like a flashback.
No, this happened.
Okay. Well, I'll need information. I think he's going to try and find someone he trusts to consult on this. He's going to look for Chelsea.
Okay, and Chelsea is descending, so perhaps you see her coming down the elevator from the executive floor.
Ding.
You ruined your eyes.
What? Oh, the glasses!
You need them now?
Shit, sorry, I forgot to put the coat back. No, I take the glasses off.
What was your, like, undercover name, by the way? Chelsea? Her
undercover name...
Don't you start doing it, too!
Her undercover name was... I forgot the last name, but she used Miranda as the first name, because that's her mom's name.
Hey, Miranda, says passing Rando. Nice glasses, you're looking great, doll.
I'm looking really what?
He's a great.
Great?
Yeah.
He said dull.
Did you say I look dull?
No, I said you look great, doll.
Oh, doll. Okay. No. Thanks. Yeah.
It was a compliment. I wanted to dissect it.
Okay.
Well,
sorry, I just
compliment,
didn't hear you.
And you should smile more. And he leaves.
What the fuck? I know this is the 70s, but that was messed up. Anyways. Most evil guy. Microaggression. Listen, Vasilii.
That's me.
How...
I mean, no, it's not.
Sorry, shit. Regent. how long have you been with Good Trouble again?
Some questions are very private, but let's just say a number of years.
Okay. And what do you know about Kay?
Hey, OOC reminder, he's the guy with the hammer?
No, Kay is the
the,
girl that makes our tech shit.
Right, okay, I'm definitely mixing them up.
She's your Q, basically.
Well, whenever I need some gizmo, I just go to her, whatever.
Okay, but do you know anything else about her? Hobbies,
Well, if you're asking
family,
about her
personality,
private life,
anything? Her birthday?
well, no, I tend not to pry into the personal lives of those I work with.
Right, but don't.
And then he gestures at her. Exceptions apply.
Thank you, but look, I'm the same way. But like, don't you think it's weird we don't know anything about her except what she does? I mean, fuck, I don't even think I see her at company parties unless they're mandatory.
I mean, you know how it goes in this line of work, Chelsea.
Yeah, but she's not a
People
field
come and go.
agent.
Sometimes it's best not to get attached.
Look, okay, I pull him aside. I imagine I take the elevator, so we start going down, so it's like just us in there. And I say, look, I saw something a little weird. I was in the innovation lab, right? Because as part of the plan, Kay was the one I turned in, apparently, to Manuel. I didn't think it was going to be her. I thought it was just going to be some schmuck, but she seemed pretty confident in her ability. I was worried. She's not a field agent. I've never seen her fight. She's kind of a nerd. But she was like, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. But anyway, I was going to check on her. And I found some notes about some people being kept on the bottom floor. And all of them, it was like human, normal, human, stand user, human, wound, or wound developing. But Kay's just said stand user. She was the only one that didn't have human on there.
What are you implying?
I don't know. I don't know if they just forgot in their meticulous document. I don't know if they're implying she's like some kind of monster or stand herself or something. I don't fucking know. That's why. But then I got to thinking. I've been working for Good Trouble for like, what, 3-4 years now? Maybe longer? And like, I don't fucking... No, 6 years. 6 years. God, wow, time passes. 6 years. And I don't know shit about Kay.
It's okay. It's okay. Your face is very unwrinkle.
What? No, but anyway, my point is, I don't know anything about her. I know shit about Masterson. He doesn't share his personal life, but I could still tell you what his favorite color is. I could tell you what food he always steals the most of at the company party. I could tell you he doesn't know how to play pool. I can't tell you anything about Kay, except Driver flirts with her a lot, and she makes the gadgets.
Not to interrupt your story, Chelsea, but I believe it's called billiards.
You know what? Never mind.
The time roaches devour Vasilii.
She just sighs and she goes, never mind. Whatever. Let's just get down there and see what's going on.
I mean,
Okay, and as you...
she's not human, well, after all we've seen, and I guess there's a narratorial flashback image to the Leviathan and the JoJo lion, I'd believe it.
So if she's not human, then what the fuck is she?
What, you say? But maybe she's a vampire.
She's a vampire? Then why are we even bothering with the subterfuge? She could just solo everyone here. At least the way that fucking Driver talked about vampires. Why wouldn't she be out in the field if she's a vampire? Actually, no, she can't be a vampire because she was out in the sunlight when I brought her in.
Maybe she's got an amulet.
Alright, listen, bitch. You can't introduce the Vampire Diaries amulet rules
I'm joking.
to JoJo. Alright, you can't, okay?
It's a joke.
Also, it's not an amulet, it's a ring.
Sorry.
If you were a real fan, you'd remember.
You're telling me you want to go check out the bottom.
I think, aside from the fact that there's a lot of people and secret bullshit going down there, at first I was worried if she's okay, but now I'm just kind of curious what the fuck is going on.
Alright, fine. I suppose.
Like,
I'm looking for some
if,
answers too now.
if she's not a human, how did they know that, for example? Because I never questioned her humanity until I saw that. Is there some sort of test we could be doing to see if people are humans? Is this like the fucking Alien?
What's the test from
Or not Alien,
The
Blade
Thing.
Runner, the Voight Comp?
Yeah. Anyway, look.
You see a time roach in a desert. It's been flipped on its back.
What is a time roach?
It's the new concept I'm coming up with.
Anyway, I assume let's go to, like, flash forward to we're heading down to
Okay, well,
investigate.
you might want to flash forward, but I don't want to.
Okay.
So as the elevator reaches the bottom floor, the doors open, revealing the man standing there seemingly waiting for you, Mr. Rivers.
I would like to point out Vasilii, during the elevator ride, warped his face a few generations back.
Okay.
So he's no longer using his disguise face.
And he looks at you, Chelsea. Boss wants you.
Oh, yeah, perfect. I was just looking for him. Sorry, I was upstairs. I didn't see him. No, I'll come.
He looks at Vasilii. Boss doesn't want you. Fuck off.
I thought, but you just hired me. I'm getting fired already.
I give Vasilii a pat on the back and I go, hey, don't worry, you'll get there one day. He just really admired my chutzpah. You just have to put yourself out there. Show initiative.
Sorry. That day. Headache. Uncalled for.
Hey, Rivers, you're doing great, bud.
I know.
You know what I do?
This is my favorite character.
Once Vasilii's gone, Chelsea takes out her, pills, and she pops a couple, and then she hands the bottle. She's like, you want one?
No.
Supposed to fix our brains or something.
Live a clean life. You don't need those.
He says unwisely.
Hang on, I need to roll some dice. Can you roll a check for him of some sort, like a persuade?
Sure, you can try and persuade him.
Of course.
No, you persuade. I need him to roll a persuade on her.
Okay, reason and menacing.
Yeah,
from
let's
Mr.
say
Rivers.
difficulty 3.
Reason and menacing 8d6. He's gonna. Can he convince Chelsea to get off her meds?
Does he have advantage?
He doesn't know. Why would he have advantage?
She holds the bottle for a second. She strongly thinks about throwing it out the elevator, but then she just puts it back in her pocket and she goes, well, maybe one day I'll get there.
Didn't you ever hear of the boy who did drugs and thought he was an orange?
No? Also, these are, prescribed drugs.
They're all the same. Let's go.
I kind of want to see what Rivers is like on Ambien.
You know what I like to imagine? Have you guys
He
ever
sounds
seen...
like a normal guy.
Have you ever seen Parks and Rec?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Why would you even mention that?
Okay, sorry.
No,
I
no.
had an example I wanted to
You've been
share.
disadvantaged for 1,000 years.
What the fuck? Alright, I'll go see the boss.
Tyranny DM.
Are you focusing camera on me or on Vasilii or back on...
Well, it depends what Vasilii wants to do here.
I assumed, Vasilii, are you going to keep going down or are you doing something else now?
Wait, so for clarity, we got interrupted on the elevator way down, so it didn't stop on the bottom floor and
You did stop on the
there.
bottom floor, Mr. Rivers was there.
Yeah.
Wait, we did stop on the bottom floor then?
Yeah, so
The
I
bottom
got
floor the
stuck...
elevator goes to is the basement, so
Yeah.
that's where it stops.
Okay, well then, I think Vasilii is gonna try to sneak back in his rodent form, as he's not gonna get the solo POV here, while everyone else is having the horror adventure.
Okay, so
I think she
what are you
sees
doing?
him turn into a rodent. She tries to shoo him away, but if you come with me, I'm not going to stop you. It's like, go, get.
No, I need information.
Are you fucking kidding me, you piece of shit?
So hostile.
Do you not
He's
remember what we just
alienating
discussed?
her last friend.
Are you angry?
No, nothing, Rivers. And I think she gives up. Whatever. All right,
You
let's
can do as
this.
you will, Vasilii. Okay, so what are you doing in your room? Will be get in someone's pocket or going somewhere or?
Well, I originally thought that since it's an elevator, you have to go back up, and then
Okay.
Suspiciously a short time later, it'd come back down, be an empty elevator, be like, oh, haha, he spitefully pressed all the buttons or something.
Why are you making it take longer for me to go talk to the boss?
Nobody cares who's in the elevator.
Wait, I'm confused. Like physically, what is happening? Is like
Yeah.
Chelsea and Rivers are using the elevator to go up to the boss's office, basically.
Yeah.
What is Vasilii doing?
I
Like,
may have misunderstood the situation a bit.
Okay.
I was like, this is strange. Why are they going to go further into the basement to talk to the boss?
No, we're
That's
going
a-
back up.
he's gonna
Office
cross it
in the
underground.
basement.
No, she's getting forced to go back up, and she was telling you to like keep going and look into what we talked about.
I love
Oh, that
my
is-
new office in the basement because I love meeting the janitorial staff every day.
Well, if it's
Man
Scruffson.
Scruffson.
In that case, well, it seems he shall go to the basement.
Okay, so you're like descending in rat form
Yes, in the elevator.
in the
Hey,
elevator.
you should check out the pipes.
The elevator's
Actually, true, if he's a rat, he doesn't need the elevator.
yeah, so you can easily get into the pipes here, and it seems well, as you're descending through the pipes, you're having a much easier time of it, unbeknownst to you, than everyone else. It's as if you are like slipping underneath the notice of something as you follow a perfectly linear path until you hear the conversations of your friends, Bats and Driver. And what
What's your
conversation-
favorite
like the real
baseball
one?
team, Bats?
No. I told you to go left, not right.
Huh.
NPC dialogue?
Yeah, what the fuck just happened?
That was an Oblivion conversation.
Yeah, I was like,
Arena.
what the fuck?
What the fuck is happening?
He asked what your favorite baseball team was, and Bats was like, no, I said go left, not right, like a schizo.
Who's asking what my favorite baseball team was?
Jack, Driver! He's just conversing with you. And you were like, I told you to go left, not right.
We were having a conversation, so I came up with a conversation starter.
I zoned out there for a second.
Oh
Let's
my
just
God.
restart that thing.
It's like, have you heard of the High Elves?
Bats NPC confirmed?
You get
Rid
the
of
club
armory
district
and
very
the
often.
tower all on the same night.
He's been walking for like an hour. Give him a break.
It's so hard, Dune Bros.
Okay, anyways. My favorite baseball team? The Yankees, obvious. What do you
A
take?
good choice.
And as you two are talking, you do hear like clattering down a nearby pipe, one of the small ones on the ceiling, like something's crawling through it.
You think they got rats in these pipes?
I didn't see any when I was down here.
I think Vasilii, upon noticing them, will start turning back into human, and the first thing he says is, "I'm a Red Sox man myself."
Bats is going to instinctively overlay the Clash's cannon over his arm and point it at the direction that Vasilii's voice is coming from, just in case this is a horrific abomination that is not Vasilii.
I thought he was reacting to the
What?
Red Sox thing.
Whoa! Slugger, it's me.
Yeah, okay, all right. And Bats is gonna put the cannon down, and he's gonna just take a moment to catch his breath there. Sorry, we just had an incident with things mimicking our voices. What's up?
Things mimicking your. What did I miss exactly? I was
It doesn't
calling for the
matter.
pipe.
Nothing. And Bats is gonna instinctively rub the little bit of meat that was on his finger against his suit.
Well, it seems. Wait, does this place look ordinary? There's no like fleshy growths anywhere.
Not that you can see.
Yeah, I think we left the corpses behind.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Chelsea and I heard there were some goings-ons in the basement, so I came to check it out.
You talked to Chelsea?
Yes, she
I
was.
glare at Vasilii.
What?
Oh my god, we forgot.
It was a secret.
No,
remember?
he's playing dumb.
Oh, okay.
What did she say? What's she doing? Is she still with us? I've been trying to get in contact with her for the past day.
What? You couldn't have just gone to her room.
I did go to her room. Her room's now by mine. She wasn't in there.
Well, yes, people aren't in their rooms the whole day.
Look,
Are
Vasilii.
you okay? Slugger, you sound a bit
Gaslighting.
paranoid.
Whoa. I need you to tell me if I'm okay, because last time I heard, Chelsea was selling us out to the man upstairs.
Is this gaslighting?
I think this is by the book.
I
Gaslighting.
don't even know what the
I
fuck.
mean,
I
this is
asked
doing
text
right
in
now.
character, by the way.
that seems a bit odd, but some large man, I think Waters, they called him, the water boy, if you think about it, asked her to go upstairs.
Rivers, the big guy.
That would be plausible.
Listen, we don't have time for this. Just tell us what you were. Just tell us what you were investigating.
You all know who Kay is from, our little club.
Yes, I just
Yes.
talked to her on the roof.
I'm
You saw her-
very familiar with Kay.
Yeah, so
What does this
This-
imply?
Well, there's obvious parties. This gay pretty crazy.
It started when
Yeah,
inhaling
so-
into Vice did what it did.
so I saw this lab report of people who got sent to the basement. They say regular human, normal human stand user. But for Kay, it just said stand user. No mention of her humanity.
Whoa. Kay got sent to the basement? You mean the treatment center?
Why was
Yeah,
Kay
according to
here?
reports I read.
Well, when the fuck were you going
Well-
to tell us this, Regent?
Didn't I just come here 2 seconds ago?
Leave
Check it out.
aside the bickering. Give us the info. Why was Kay here?
I just read a lab report.
Well, driver, she was last.
And I
I
saw her
saw her
name.
on the roof.
That's. I understand this. How did Kay get captured? Is my question.
Quick OOC question, because I don't actually quite remember.
Uh,
Did
Chelsea
how much
told
did Chelsea not tell Vasilii?
so
Or did she
Chel-
tell everything?
Chelsea did tell him. She was like she said on the elevator, I was looking for Kay because I was worried about her because when I called her, I thought they were going to send some schmuck
No,
for me to
I
like.
don't mean from like this session. I mean from like last session.
She told him about that. She told him that she was like surprised it was Kay and not a schmuck, and that she was worried about her and all that.
But does he know like that Kay is here to like take the fall for her in particular? Was she?
I
was
think
informed?
she said she specifically said in this session while we were on the elevator, she told him I talked to Kay about my plan, and she said there was going to be a schmuck that arrived. I was going to take in that schmuck to like get credibility, but it was her, and I was worried about her because she's not a field agent, but she seemed weirdly confident, and then I saw that it didn't mention she's human, so now I'm more curious than worried about her. Like, she went over all that on the elevator just now.
Right. And Slugger, what was your question again?
Damn it! I can't believe Kay got. Regent, I need you to do me a favor. When I last talked to her, I left a walkie-talkie on the roof. She said if I ever needed to contact her, just go and use that. I need you to go check if it's still there.
I just got you.
No!
I'll go.
You go, Bats.
I guess
You are in the middle of the
we'll head
bathroom
down
for
to find
crawlers.
Kay then.
Vasilii has no problem getting his 10,000 steps in.
Okay, so Bats is heading back then.
Well, I mean,
We need you to
I'm
do this
debating
fetch
whether-
quest for us.
I think driver should talk me out of this because I really don't think it's a good idea to go back in the ever shifting
Okay.
maze of pipes.
I grabbed Bats' shoulder and I said, "Hey, you remember what it was like getting down here the first time?"
Fuck, you're right. Okay, all right. If she's down in the treatment center, then we're heading that way anyways, right?
Exactly. We just. I'm kind of annoyed that I'm like, this is the first time Driver has ever shown visible annoyance or any like real expressions, really. He rubs his temple and he says, "Let's just bust her out and wrap this whole thing up."
You're right. Sorry, I should be more focused on the mission.
It's not
just to
your
be
fault.
clear-
It's not your fault, Bats. It's not your fault.
To be clear, it seems she's here of her own volition.
I know. That's what annoys me.
What gives you that impression?
It's a
You
gut
could
feeling.
not. You could not get Kay to do anything she doesn't want to do.
Well, why are you just assuming that she got captured, intentionally?
Because
what you said.
Isn't that what Vasilii just told us?
Wait, no, I misunderstood.
What are we talking
I
about?
mean, you know
The
what?
time
I don't-
Roaches.
What is happening right now?
Bats would not know this information.
Yeah, I feel like Vasili's getting the secret plan
Told
mixed
us in
up.
character.
Yeah.
Is
I
that not
feel
what
like-
happened?
I feel like this confusion started when I wasn't sure how much Vasilii knew.
All Vasilii said that I recall was just that she was captured and that the list said she's not human.
Right. Bats would not know that this is part of her plan,
Yeah.
which is why he's concerned.
Yes.
You think she's a vampire?
Okay,
Driver?
then I have to retcon some of what Driver said. He does not know she's here by choice. Do I think she's a vampire? I
List her as human.
briefly rub my chin. I say, no, I don't think she's a vampire.
doesn't
There
even
are
swear?
some other possibilities. Could be a rock human, could be... Well, I don't think she's a Leviathan either. But that really isn't important right now.
And besides, even if she was one of those things, wouldn't that be listed?
It could
Well-
be they don't know what she is, any more than we do.
That's right. All right. Okay. Bats is gonna face back to the group. Sorry for the hasty actions there. It's difficult with Chelsea and all.
Bats, I understand, and we're gonna get through this, but we're gonna get through this together, buddy. All right?
All right.
Let's
Regent,
just.
are you coming
let's-
along, or are you just gonna keep going?
This will all
from that?
make sense later.
What's that supposed to mean?
What does that mean?
Find out
He's
what
talking
exactly
like a
Kay is.
narrator, an unreliable narrator in a story. It's like the fucking
Said,
the goddamn Nuzley
we'll
from
find
fucking
out what
Nuzlocke
exactly
comics.
Kay is supposed to be.
I think Driver starts to question how much of Vasili's information is reliable.
Vasilii
but-
looks directly into the camera and says, "I believe this is all happening for a reason."
He literally followed that up with, "We'll find out what exactly Kay is."
Stigma, I love you
Next
so much with all
time.
my heart.
No, it is what it is.
We go down into the to find Kay.
Yes.
Every
yes.
kiss begins with K.
So true.
Okay, and as you're descending, we'll swoosh back to where the elevator is ding and open on the executive floor. And Mr. Rivers is escorting you towards the Manuel's office once more, Chelsea.
I feel good when I walk with Mr. Rivers because I imagine just his figure is enough to like scare the shit out of people. So it kind of feels like we're treading a path.
If the sea of people is opening for you.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like fucking Moses up here.
Every time he walks anywhere, he leaves a desire path.
Yeah, like all the dudes are shitting themselves in fear, and the ladies like put their glasses down and look at him.
He's walking like this.
Yeah. Oh, I love him so much.
Can we please try to recruit him?
One day,
Can we replace Masterson with him?
he is literally a better master. Fucking Rivers solos Masterson. Rivers would walk up to the pool table and immediately say, "Oh, I love pool."
and use the tournament rules.
Yeah, he knows how to play.
That's all that's required.
Stripes,
The
solids.
fucking 8 ball, you idiot.
Okay, and as you reach the office, Chelsea, is there anything you want to do before you go into this little meeting?
I feel like I'm entering a boss battle in a fucking video game. Is there
you
anything
on
you'd like to do
potions?
before continuing? I check for potions. Do I have health potions?
River says you.
Did you remember to save
This
your
is the
game?
point of no return. Once you do this, you are locked into an end.
I walk up to a sparkly thing on the desk and I'm filled with determination. I save my game.
The time roaches are held off for a moment.
Yeah, I go Rivers. Let's go see
Man, can I
Manuel.
make a time roach stand for my next character?
The time roaches better actually be an important canon thing you're
I
building
don't
up.
figure out what time roaches are and what they actually
I'm gonna
do.
send you a sheet concept tonight, Tam.
You know what? Actually, hear me out with time roaches, because you've had so many villains, and villains are common in JoJo that mess with stands. Maybe there are roaches that are like that have seen everything, and they're like, the butterfly effect. It's like that, but with time roaches. And when a roach appears, something will change.
Observe causality.
Anytime a time roach
Yeah,
appears
fair
is a hint that the timeline is changing or some shit.
There's a fucking thunderstorm where I am as well. Lightning just like flashed outside. It's fucked up.
Well, lightning should put some clothes on.
My weather is transferring through the internet.
All right, Tanhoney, I'm going to meet the boss. I'm ready to continue.
Okay, so as you enter, you see that Manuel is once again sitting behind the desk waiting for you. He seems strangely nervous. You can see like a trickle of sweat down his forehead. And in the corner of the room, sort of perched atop a cabinet, is a person you don't recognise. It's hard to tell whether it's a man or woman. They've got like a very skinny figure. They're crouching, almost like a bird, on top of this cabinet, wearing just a long white shirt, blue pants, and they got the face is like frog-like is the only way to really describe it. Big eyes and a small mouth, who's sort of like frowning a little bit, and weird long hair. But rather than it's very strange hair. It's like almost like a solid mass, like bubblegum. It looks like.
Are you describing
Very
the frog
shiny.
girl from MHA?
No.
Okay.
You heard the key word frog, and then you didn't hear anything else. Like
Well, you said big eyes, small mouth, long hair.
long orange hair, like bubblegum.
Oh, I didn't hear the orange hair. Sorry. What bubblegum is orange? Bubblegum's pink.
I just mean like in terms of appearance, like it's a solid mass,
I
not like
gotcha.
a individual hairs. It looks like.
I gotcha.
Manuel, let's this up. We have a situation.
Do tell.
Marders has ranked up to level 2 security. We believe someone's been trying to get into our facility underground.
Boss, no offense, but, kind of a new recruit. Can you... What the
right.
fuck is Martyrs?
Marders is our guard dog, if you like. It's a we got a wound user. He didn't know he's a wound user, but we got him positioned to take care of any intruders automatically.
Okay.
And lights just sort of flickered off, but I'm scared. The time roaches are fucking coming for me.
They're crawling through the doors.
The window is shaking from the thunder.
Can hear them chittering
I'm
outside.
going to devour this lost timeline.
They say the time roaches are the only thing that can survive a total timeline meltdown.
It's so
This
true.
fucking bit is lost on me. I'm sorry.
There's no context.
The thing you need to understand about Tanhoney when you've hung out him long enough is sometimes he just says something and then that becomes his thing for the next several months.
Oh, I
just
I
have
get
to accept
that.
it.
I get
I
that.
do the exact same thing. Tan and I have very similar sense of humor.
I attempted,
mean,
but
I
Time
do too,
roaches
but
will pass
time
my
roach-
lips.
I attempted, but it doesn't usually work out for me.
Sanchez. I'm still using Gorilla Sanchez.
Yeah. It's called a verbal stim, okay?
So true.
I have a lot of those. Gemini
What's
World
up
has
with the
unfortunately
character sheet?
become one of them.
Anyway, leaving the time roaches to the side for the moment.
Yeah.
Marders, it's we got a wound user, wounded that we stationed there. He doesn't know he's a wound user, but basically automatically defends our facility underground.
Okay,
from
you're
threats.
mixing up wounded and wounded user. So are you saying he's hurt or that he has a wound?
He's wounded is the term for a wound user. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Sorry.
flustered, you see.
No,
Can
it's
you see my
okay.
sweat on my forehead?
Yeah, but I thought you didn't want us to look at you because of your... never mind.
What do you mean you won't look at me? What are you
Well, I
not
thought
looking
you were
at me?
sensitive about your condition.
Doesn't show up on my fit. Rivers, do I look weird? Does my condition make
You
me
don't
look
look
weird?
weird. You mean just, different.
Please
Okay.
move on.
Anyway, Yeah, so it's gone up to level 2 security. It's been messing up all the architecture down there. It's been sending out little guys. If it goes to level 3, it's going to just eat everything down there. And then we'll have to get new scientists, which I don't want to fucking do. So I got a little task for you. I think you've proven your loyalty pretty good, delivering us K. But I'm going to need a little bit more for me to seal the deal in my heart. You understand?
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to go down there, but if there's an automatic defense, how do I not get attacked by it?
Don't worry, we'll inoculate you. You and Rivers, you go down and you kill whoever's trying to get in down there.
You know what? I look at Rivers. I've actually grown fond of the big guy. I'd love to fight alongside him. I think me and him have a certain kind of chemistry. We just get each other.
Okay.
So,
inoculated. How does that happen? You gonna give me like a shot or something?
Oh, I've got it right here. It takes a spray can out of his cabinet, like desk drawer. It seems to be filled with a red substance which looks suspiciously like blood. You just come over here and I'll spray you with it, and it's gross, but it'll help you. Okay.
Is that blood?
What? Yeah, it's blood. What of it?
Ugh. Okay. Go ahead.
If I do this, it tricks it into thinking you're the wound user. So
It's not.
Me.
It's like safe, right? It doesn't have anything in it. Before you spray blood all over
You're
me.
gonna get an incurable disease from this, but it'll be okay.
Don't worry. We tested this thoroughly.
Okay.
He sprays you with blood. It's gross.
It's very. I'm like covered in red.
Don't make sure you.
6 different STDs.
Ugh, should I bring the can with me in case?
Debuffs.
Oh, I'm going down in the pipes, right? Should I bring the can down in case it gets washed off?
Yeah, sure. Let me get you 2 Rivers.
I know, right?
And then he hands it to you,
Yeah,
Chelsea.
I'll stash it in my suit. But alright, Rivers, let's roll, buddy.
Okay.
Can we take the stairs, though? I'm really getting tired of waiting on the elevator.
Sure.
Alright, bitchin'. Fuck off!
Okay, and with that,
I guess I know what
two...
the title of this episode is.
Yeah, you managed to get down and do the thing. Go towards the basement.
Oh shit, Rivers!
What?
Are there any... Oh, this is gonna sound gauche. Are there any, like, dead people or animals around here?
Dead people?
Yeah,
Animals?
my stand uses, like, corpses of stuff to... You've only seen it, like, smack things, but it's power.
Oh, I know. He snaps his fingers. They did an experiment with the pebbles upstairs, but it went too hard. The guy blew his face off. I could get you his body.
Her face pales for a moment, and she's like, "Yeah, no, that's great. That sounds good."
See what you wrote.
Wow, that's unfortunate. I guess they
His
didn't
children will cry, probably.
have children. He has children.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that's terrible. So like 1, 2,
6 of them.
2 children.
7.
Oh, 7. But you know, like maybe his wife can take care of them or
He
something.
just shakes his head sadly.
Oh dear. Single
This is like the ending of a Witcher 3 quest line.
single father of 7 kids who lives on an island. Are the kids on the island?
Like, you get this
No.
fucking bad ending that you could not have possibly foreshadowed.
Does he ferry between the island and like the mainland every day?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Yeah, his corpse will do great. Why does my stomach hurt?
Does that?
Oh, do you have a Tums?
Do I have a stomach? I do.
No, like do they not have that in England? Like the Tums medicine?
No, I don't know what he's on about.
It's like a little tablet. It's like a little they have it everywhere. It's like a tablet you take for heartburn.
Well,
and
not in
shit.
England, clearly.
Oh, well, they probably do. You
To
just
be honest, if it was in England, I would expect
I
you
don't
to not know,
experience
Tan.
illness, so it's very why.
we need it in America because we eat bad. All right.
There would be Tums is appropriate though. It was invented in the 1930s.
Oh, Tums. Well, it was invented in the 1930s, so of course I have some.
Thanks, bud. It's like a very common thing. Like several people in my office have bottles of Tums. Take one, pop it, And
That sounds psychotic. Even I've never heard of that.
The bad sensation in your stomach clears, but the guilt will remain.
it's because, we're always eating, like, we go to the sports bar next door all the time. We get heartburn.
I know. I go to
Fascinating.
the sports bar. Of the Mets, baby.
Love the Mets, baby. Let's go. They're my favorite baseball team, actually.
Thank you.
Why are you thanking me?
You're humoring me.
No.
I know they're not really.
They are! I like the Mets! Honestly, I think the Yankees are kind
Mets,
of...
baby.
I think the Yankees are a little overrated. People are always talking about them, but I really think the Mets are the ones that stand out.
I just
I
hope
feel
they
like
have fun.
should sneeze right now.
Achoo! Mets are great. Red Sox are alright. Fucking hate the Cubs.
Red Sox. I'm wearing blue socks today.
Ah! That's funny! I think he's opening up because he's finally speaking in more than one word sentences. We bonded.
My bronchitis is finally going away.
Oh,
Maybe
sorry.
I'll try one of these toms.
That's much better. No,
No! He's ruined.
The time roaches devour that time.
Alright, yeah, let's move. We're heading down below, baby.
Yeah, so we swoosh back down to you Bats, you Driver, and you Vasilii. So you're proceeding further down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it seems like even with Vasilii having now joined you, experience the same phenomenon of just endless sewers. It's strange how Vasilii was able to get here so quickly, but who can say where that was?
Bats has not let this whole thing about Chelsea go. And the entire time he's been pestering them with Vasilii with questions. So you're saying
I
that
think-
she's fine.
Yeah, I didn't see any wounds. Well, maybe 1 or 2 bruises, but I figured people fall down.
And there was no mention of any, duplicitous actions. I mean, you didn't fucking hear about what she was saying in that, that guy's office?
No, and he recalls the fact that was in fact outside the office on Mr. Rivers, not from Chelsea. No, I wasn't with her in any big important office.
I don't
meeting.
think you're gonna get any useful information out of him. He can't even say her
Damn it.
name right.
I'm just saying, why is it so hard to communicate between 4 people? I mean, Driver, you knew.
That's right.
How long has it been that they've been here so far? Like a few
Like
days?
2-3 days,
Like
I
a
think.
day and a half. A day and a half, I think.
Driver, it's been a
This
day and a
island's
half.
fucking cursed.
The time
Calm
roaches. They make the days feel like weeks.
Why are you telling me to calm down?
I meant Slugger.
This bickering is all in character, by the way. We're like walking down
Why
the
is this
steps
place
as we're
stretching on for so long? It took like, I don't know, a minute to get here.
Yeah, because you went down the pipes. We had to go through the fucking maze. This is our experience we've been having.
You didn't see anything down in those pipes, right?
No, they were empty pipes.
God, he really did take the easy way.
Unless that thing we took out was also the thing down in the pipes, but somehow I doubt that.
Yeah, there's no way we're done with that thing. Not with how easy it went down.
Right.
You act like I'm hiding something, but you still haven't told me what exactly you found.
It doesn't
We don't
matter.
know.
We don't want to talk about it, frankly. It was disgusting.
And you say there's water in the middle of this
Yeah.
tunnel, correct? Yeah. Where can we see where it's coming from, or is it just
It
like
seems to be
what direction the water?
coming from the pipes above, basically. It's spilling water just down
Probably
below.
because I blew up the
And
pipe system.
It's all been flowing downwards,
Yeah.
like through the whole thing. So is it a tunnel that like stretches like from point A to point B, or?
Well, it seems to have a destination, but whether you will ever reach it is another matter.
Right. Okay.
As you are considering this, you do hear in the distance footsteps quickly growing closer. Like the like not running footsteps, like walking footsteps. So the speed at which they are getting louder seems unnatural.
Oh,
from like the
good.
darkness behind you guys.
Bats goes into a
Hey,
ready
Vasilii,
position.
you wanted to see what You wanted to see what we were having trouble with, right?
No.
Yeah.
And the footsteps
You're about to.
cease in the darkness right behind you guys.
I turn around with like a resigned sigh.
Like in the dim light, you see a humanoid figure stride towards you, and at first you think it is another misshapen headman, but then you see wide shoulders, perfect physique, a bald head,
Oh,
and two
god damn it.
pennies in the eye sockets as Mr. Rivers, soaked in blood, strides out of the darkness, looks at you and growls.
Why are you covered in blood?
As you are saying that, Chelsea also appears behind Mr. Rivers, also coming out of the darkness, also with blood on her.
Chelsea,
Why are you covered in blood?
where
Look.
the fuck have you been?
If you guys are gonna cause problems with the boss, then we're gonna have to take care of you.
You know
God
them.
damn it, I knew you sold us out. Bats is immediately going to lunge forward and attempt to turn Chelsea into balls.
Shall we do initiative, Tan, or are we cutting
Absolutely.
it here? Ooh. All right. What's the order?
Well, Bats is going first.
Bats, Vasilii, can you two hold them off? I want to go after Kay.
Okay, so Driver's swooshing out of this then.
Yeah.
It's just an even 2v2.
Vasilii just
Play the
cracks his
sound.
knuckles.
Play the sound, Jack.
Okay.
This is our turn order then.
What's initiative then? Speed plus.
Oh, there's no roll. It's not like overarms. We just decide.
Oh, right. It's been like a month since we did combat. Well, since I did combat.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So Bats is trying to like just shoot a bunch of balls at me to turn me into balls, right?
Yeah, I'm shooting the bullets out to try to turn your head specifically into a ball.
I thought.
Imagine if Chelsea actually betrays us because she decides she likes Rivers more.
Isn't it like the way they work that if you're not willing, it's not as good on stand users or something, or else you would just like headshot everybody?
What's that?
I'm trying to remember what the rules were on it. You mentioned there were some rules.
The Clash's bullets themselves are not like lethal. They're bullets that turn whatever they touch into balls.
So I think he's shooting the balls at her head, and she like already anticipating this. Very tiny, like slivers of bone shoot up out of her pockets to intercept, and like basically the goal is to either stab the balls into the wall, or like the balls turn the little shards into balls instead of her. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So
Your
basically,
opening has
returning
become too predictable, Bats.
returning shot for shot. I mean, she's fought alongside him. She knows the fucking maneuver. He used every combat. So what would that be,
so-
like intercept?
I'd say intercept though, yeah.
So you're trying to like deflect the ball, is correct?
Well, basically what I'm doing is I'm shooting little slivers of bone shard at them, either to deflect them, or depending on how they work, because I don't know if it's just whatever they hit, I guess the bones would turn into balls instead of her.
Right, okay. In this case, if Tan would let me do a JoJo maneuver here, if you remember, Bats has the ability to make his balls explode.
Oh.
I thought that was when they hit each other.
No, it's
Doesn't he also
when
take damage from
it's
that?
when
Only the full scope of your JoJo move will judge it.
It's-
the council.
it's when a ball that Bats intentionally wants to explode, like they're slightly bigger, makes contact with another object. So making contact with these bones would trigger them to explode.
Okay.
How much learning did you spend on that?
If you want to do that in response to the counter attack, then that I believe that is a luck we'll have to use or something there.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's changing your action after I announce my thing, so let me see how much luck that is.
I don't even know.
So to do that, because you're changing based on what I said, that is 1 temp luck for a feint.
Okay.
And then we still roll it, but now you are doing that instead of what you initially intended.
So for the explosion, I would probably say that is a something to do with power. I would say maybe break there. So no, actually not break because that's not really body.
I feel like Bat should get a rule of cool advantage.
I'll give him an advantage for it. So overkill, I'd probably say them power menacing.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Darnell, but it is very cool.
Would you give me an advantage for smartly using my knowledge?
I would actually say using your experience of that though, you both get an advantage.
Okay.
To precision and durability.
That's the same as giving neither of them an advantage.
Fuck you.
Everyone has advantage. No one does.
So it's durability and precision to intercept, right?
That's right, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I only got 2. So yeah, I take a hit there.
So yeah, you do like shoot the bullets into them, but rather than just like turn them into spheres, expected they explode, blasting you back, and you take a point of damage as you hit the wall.
Chelsea, how dare you?
Don't worry, Rivers. I'll be fine. Take him out. I'm coming.
Such a strong soul.
So that was like a slew of explosions, and as those go off, I think Bats is going to like attempt to tackle Chelsea in an attempt to like communicate with her directly.
Hey, what the fuck? It's my turn.
Wait, that wasn't. You. Oh, you're right. No. Because I reacted to that for bone shit. I thought that, yeah, fuck it.
Bats goes twice.
Bats goes twice, dude. Fuck it.
They call him Bat Slugger. Always goes twice.
Bat spends his luck to hijack Chelsea's turn.
It's like Magic the Gathering. I'll just go twice.
So Chelsea, I think, is gonna spit out some blood, stand herself up, and she's going to sort of. She's doing a fake out, so she looks like she manifests a shovel in her arms, and she looks like she's gonna go take a swing, but really, some of the like dead skin is slithering down from the bottom of her pants, and is gonna try and wrap around Bats' leg and like yank him down to the ground, like trip him up basically, so he falls.
I'd say
on
probably
his
a bamboozle there then.
Yeah, for sure.
Menacing. And how will Bats react to such a devilish?
What is this made of?
The rope?
The rope is made of, like, tightened dead skin, but she's pretending to come at you with a shovel.
Oh, okay.
And and my goal, for those curious, is I'm basically trying to do... You know, like in a movie when they fake hitting someone? So I'm gonna make it look to Rivers like I'm fucking whacking him across the face, but I'm just like, right as the shovel just barely doesn't hit, I'm yanking him down to the ground.
Yeah, but Bats' reaction to this would be to remain in place, and then at the split second when he thinks the shovel is about to hit, he'll turn his arm or wherever it's directed at into balls.
She's definitely aiming for his face. And if this does hit, I imagine it'll do damage, but not, like, bad damage, if that makes sense.
Right, so he's going to be splitting up his face into balls at the last second.
Alright, so you said wit and menacing for me, Tan?
Yeah, wit and menacing for you, and so you're basically countering this by turning whatever part is about to get hit into balls right before the hit actually happens.
Yes.
Would I get an advantage on that since he doesn't know I'm going for his leg? Mm-hmm. He thinks I'm going for his face. Mm-hmm. Turning that to balls won't do anything.
Go on then. Sorry, Bats.
Wit and menacing.
And then I would say maybe. Actually, I'd say maybe roll a feint if that's what you're doing instead, Chelsea. Because that is a textbook feint now. I think about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even know
that's not advantage.
Yeah, I didn't know a feint was a thing on there.
Am I doing body and precision? Or speed and precision?
Speed and...
Wit and speed is the same exact number of dice as wit and menacing. I only say advantage because his maneuver is specifically turning his head into balls, and she's aiming at his feet.
I'd say speed and precision definitely there, Bats.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4 from me.
1,
3.
Okay, so you are yanked down to the ground right before this shovel would have struck you in the face. Your face does disintegrate into balls, but you're not prepared for the yank down to the floor here. So, you do take a damage here, but it's not like serious, like an actual injury here. It's like just being slammed down onto the ground damage.
Right.
And she, like, as she does her fake out, she goes, "Yeah, that's right, come after me, bitch!"
Damn.
She's gotta sell this.
Does can I roll to see if Vasilii gets bluffed by her acting?
Absolutely.
He's like, oh no, she really did switch sides.
He knows
Okay.
what's happening and he still falls for it.
Vasily, I want you to roll intelligence, wit, and reason. And Chelsea, I want you to roll persuade, which is reason and menacing.
Is there
Let's
like a
see.
perform?
Reason and menacing, I would say, or either that or presence, which is menacing, and menacing is up to you. Like,
Reason and menacing, 76. Got it. I got 3 successes to 3, so
you do. Vasily is entirely believable. It looks for all the world as if Chelsea has betrayed the group.
No, how could she?
You win!
I love that Vasilii knows what's happening, was included in it, and he still fell for it.
And it's Vasily's turn as well as he experiences this betrayal.
I think, he was betrayed once before. To have it
No.
happen the second time, this Chelsea, I thought. No, I can see it doesn't matter what I thought. And he go and did you know that in modern humans, we can have up 2% Neanderthal DNA? So
I didn't know
think,
that, but that sounds like bullshit, but I believe it.
It's somewhat. It's vague, but kind of. I think it's 2% of humans still have Neanderthal DNA in them.
I think, Vasilii will enter a state of Neanderthal rage at Chelsea's betrayal. He's gonna bulk up and suddenly lunge for her as well, for her windpipe in particular.
Oh my god, no one's attacking Rivers. Alright.
Rivers didn't betray anyone.
I think if he's going for her, I think she's going to try and, like, basically bat him out of the way with her shovel. Like, and she's only doing so because she's surprised at how hard he's coming at her, knowing that, what she's trying to do here. So she's going to try and smack him out of the way. Like a parry or something.
Yeah, parry. And what exactly is your method of attack here, if you do, get your hands on her, Vasily?
He's gonna rapidly devolve her into a fish.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Imagine if
maybe a
Vasilii
cripple
kills Chelsea here.
I got 5. So
What
So I
would
would
you
say-
want that to be, Tan?
I would say it's probably a cripple, so wit and power.
Alright.
yeah, get parried, boy.
You get a shovel slams into your Neanderthal skull at the last second, Vasily. You are sent down to the ground for a moment. Your fish maneuver unsuccessful.
Chelsea, I thought we were.
I wink at him.
I see.
I see a mocking wink.
No! Vasily,
Rubbing
please!
it in.
Why is he so stupid?
He failed the role. He has to believe you're a traitor. You cannot convince him
You put a
otherwise.
finger to your lips to be like, don't blow it. And from his perspective, you're like, you mustn't tell.
Are you fucking kidding me, Vasily? We had a history together!
Every motion is interpreted
We
in the most
did.
anime villain way possible.
Whose turn is it?
It is
Rivers.
now Mr. Rivers' turn.
Who's gone
Chelsea might have
unblemished?
no choice but to actually defect now.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Mr. Rivers takes a step over, puts a hand on your shoulder, Chelsea. Get back. I'll
course.
deal with this.
He's protecting her from...
He's my friend.
And he looks at you, Vasily. First. And it's like a stand coalesces behind him, a massive armored skeleton with
Yeah, the
diamonds
stand-
for eyes.
Wait, what did he say? What was the word he said?
First, he said, pointing at Vasily.
Oh shit.
Public enemy.
And this giant skeleton, it's like a genie, it doesn't have a lower body, just a spinal cord, it wraps through the earth. Goes to aura towards you, Vasily, while you're on the ground here. So he's rolling his power and speed. How would you react to such a maneuver?
I think he's so emotionally distraught over Chelsea actually betraying them and betraying his trust. He can't try and
Evil
shake them off.
Chelsea.
A role that he invited out of character.
Yeah,
Unprompted.
I think
Fuck me.
he's gonna try and contest Mr. Rivers in a direct clash.
I think it's very good roleplay. This is very in character for
It's
Vasilii.
a counter aura.
You're gonna also aura?
Yes.
Yeah, please, by all means, then roll your power and speed.
Chelsea bros. We have no trust.
The
Ooh.
one person who would not have fallen for this left, by the way.
Okay, so the auras are colliding in mid-air. There's like shockwaves sending bats, and Chelsea having to like hold your hands up to like prevent you getting blown away from the impact. Until finally Rivers makes a mistake, and the fist slides past of Vasilii's stand and smashes into his face, sending him flying down the tunnel.
Rivers! How far down the tunnel does he go flying?
Like a good distance.
Very quickly, very, very quickly. She runs up to them, and she
Who is
takes
shipping Vasilii x Chelsea?
the
No, it's the reaction image.
she takes the spray can out with the blood and quickly sprays him, and she says, "Go, go, 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 go."
He's spraying you with blood, Vasilii.
Yeah. Well, she's saying, "Okay, Tan," and she's saying, "Go, go, 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 hit me and go, go, hurry." Go.
This must be an enemy stand you're attacking him with.
She knows what my stand is.
Counter stand.
Okay, guys, come on.
It's like, remember Hot Pants' spray from Part 7? This could be like that.
I give up.
Vasilii will, in fact, say, "Don't talk to me," in that same voice, and just straight up punch her.
Does she still spray them? She'll take the punch because that's what she asked for. But does she spray them with the blood?
You do spray them with the blood.
I say go, go, and then she hits me, and I go flying, and I'll take the hit for free.
Oh, 1 out of 3.
And I see my land next to Rivers. I go, damn it, he got me! Shit!
Damn it! I
Alright.
Won't let them get away with this.
And are they no longer affected by the tunnel bullshit because they're all bloody?
They aren't. So you, from your perspective, guys, bats and so you see the tunnel, the stretching tunnel, suddenly really shorten and shorten until right before you is a Vulture door.
Oh shit, Driver didn't get that blood, so...
Yeah, I know, he's fucked off. he's still suffering.
From our perspective, does it look like Driver's like 2 feet away or something?
You can't see Driver. It seems like Pate's face has got like patched together, and he is still in the bit that got cut out for you guys.
Okay, so Driver's cut off completely, correct?
Yes, so wherever he is, it's a long way to where you are.
Okay, and do we see the treatment center?
You can see the vault door
So,
to the wound development.
Chelsea sprayed you with blood, kept whispering go, and then the tunnel shortened and you can see the door now.
Right, and we're all still in the same area except for Driver.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's my turn.
It's River's turn.
Oh, it's still River's turn.
Oh, no, actually, you're right, it's your turn.
Okay, alright, that's what I thought. Alright, in this case, since my head is still balls, I'm going to have them merge back into my full face, my full head, but I'm also going to have the clash manifest and catch my head midair, so, he's just standing there with my head in his hands, and he's going to toss the head at Chelsea.
I'm next to
Like a
Rivers!
baseball?
There's a
Yeah,
head.
like a baseball, but with the intention of her to catch it.
Oh, okay.
She just sees his
So
disembodied
is this
head.
an attack then, or...?
We're just gonna try to talk here.
So
Okay,
I see his head flying at me, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're not gonna
Okay.
try to fucking kill him.
No!
On baseball
I think
bat.
Chelsea's surprised, but what does Rivers do? Because he's right next to me.
He wiggles around the head flies past.
Watch out, it's gonna explode.
Rivers!
Can Rivers,
He jumps in front of
intercept
me.
it?
Please?
He cannot intercept it.
So the head, comes to me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just want this to go as badly as possible.
I think
because
it
it's
just
funny.
bonks her on the
Drama.
head, and she takes her last hit and goes unconscious.
Are you serious?
I mean, if I talk to him, he's right. Rivers is right here.
Okay, well, it's up to you.
Okay, I'm happy to do it, but Rivers is right here. I don't want to blow my cover.
It's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah.
Okay, I think, I guess. Well, now you made me feel bad about it.
No, it's just I'm surprised. That's why I said seriously.
Yeah, I think it hits. I think she doesn't expect to see it. It hits her on the head, and she goes
You get
unconscious.
head-butted.
I get headbutted by bats.
You hear a crack as you head.
That was an expert finishing move, Bats. Good job.
You clapped. Rivers is like having the anime going crazy face.
She's only unconscious, though, right? I think you need to hit like -2 to die.
Oh, Chelsea! Oh.
This is Rivers right now.
And River Stan is about to awaken its second form.
Can you imagine if he goes Requiem right now?
Oh my god. He just stabs an arrow into himself.
How dare you? It's my colleague.
That was my best friend.
As she's like falling unconscious, she says, "Love the Mets, baby."
I'll see them for both of us.
I'm not dead. I'm just retired.
It's Vasili's turn.
Ooh, I'm struggling over how much he believed that it was an actual betrayal now versus the wink and spraying him with blood.
I would think if you have like any brain cells, you would have figured it out by now.
Do I have brain cells?
It's a dangerous assumption to make when he's in Neanderthal mode.
I want to
Oh,
roll
fine.
again.
You do what?
I wish to roll my intelligence briefly.
Please go ahead.
Reason and wit, so that is... Wait, testing?
Yeah, you're here. Welcome.
I believe 5 and up is a success. That's
Yeah,
only
so you have
2,
two
right?
successes. I don't know what the DC is since Tan didn't.
Wow, the DC was 2.
He figured it out.
The neurons reconnect.
So, Slugger's head just headbutted Chelsea, so it's just his body now. Headless, right?
Yeah.
No, Bats is dead. He sacrificed himself.
You're also doing the crazy face.
My last hormone, take it from
This is
me.
my last head.
I think he sees that.
Good to know Bats gives head, though. I'm gonna take a note of that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hey,
I think
that's
he sees that.
not your head.
I think he sees that Chelsea is down for the count after giving Chelsea a head. He sees it just him and Rivers, and he walks up, cracking his knuckles, and he goes, "Don't know whose blood that is now, but goddamn, I
One.
forgot it."
Go on. You can do it.
We had to fucking get one. We had to get one this fucking campaign, did we?
You did such a good one last time too. I really thought you changed.
Fucker.
I don't remember what I did.
I told
last
you
time.
before this started, Darnell. I literally predicted this.
He did. And I
Look,
stood up
look,
for you. And
I-
you made me look like a fool in front of Jack.
Look, I am sleep deprived today. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that. But we're fighting, you and I.
Don't worry, you'll
Can this
take
be
a
in
long
character
nap
too?
after this.
This is all in
And as-
character.
And as he says that, he tries. What's that maneuver where you like have your head down and you run towards and you're like tackling someone.
It's called a tackle.
Yes, tackle.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what a
he's
tackle
tackling
is. Yeah, you like.
Mr. River.
Wow,
Well-
you are sleep deprived.
I would say if you want to do that's going to be a restraint there. That's power and durability you want to do, and he's going to counter attack if you do that. He's going to try and like punch you in the face. As you
So if he counters, that means he takes a hit. But if he gets
Yeah.
more successes than you, you're also going to take a hit. Ooh, only one success. I think you're about to get smacked, boy.
Hold on. If it doesn't matter if he gets hit, because Vasilii, it seems he is a lucky guy with some ability to flashback to his real intentions.
Okay.
Ooh,
It
spend some
seems
luck.
like his goal.
Although you have
was
to wait for the other guy to roll first, don't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Go ahead and roll Rivers. Oh dear, a
Oh
vicious
Jesus!
hit.
He's using the River's Fist.
Hold on. So he has. Let me real quick. He has 5 successes compared to 1. Let me check the +4 hit.
It's such a good punch. He's like calling the name of it. He's like chaotic flow, river of the beginning fist.
Oh, I gotta find this. Hold on. Where is combat?
I feel like that's too big of a difference.
+4, debilitating. Cars slices Joseph's arm clean off from the shoulder. Is the example given.
So what was you wanted to do something with your luck, I believe, for Vasilii. I would probably.
That would be the time to do so.
I think it has to be very convincing.
Well, this is a much larger hurdle than I originally was anticipating.
You underestimated Rivers. Great.
He's so powerful.
I think perhaps, he just takes the L.
Okay. Very brave. So yeah, as you're
there was,
about to
I wish there was
tackle-
inspiration in the system because you deserve it for that.
Yeah, I agree with
I'll give you an
Darnell. Holy
inspiration.
shit!
What that will be, you have.
I
an
think
advantage
he
in your
should
back
have
pocket.
2 inspirations because he believed Chelsea betrayed him.
Actually, you know what? 2. So I'll give you 2 advantages, and you can use those whenever you like. Put those in your inventory.
Yeah.
We've already got a new mechanic.
I actually like this though because we're always begging for advantage.
Okay, so as you're about to tackle in, you're remembering all the tackles you've done in your past youth. Unfortunately, those memories come to naught as the worst punch you've ever experienced slams into your face.
It does
And
the
you feel-
fucking fatality cam where like the bone cracks in the skull.
Your nose is obliterated, and your jaw cracks as well.
Vasilei's dead.
No, dude.
As you fly back, you see it overlaid over Mr. Rivers' face is the fist of his stand, and sort of a red electricity engulfs you for a brief moment before you go flying back from the impact of the hit.
So I land on the vault door.
You land against the vault door there, yeah.
So Rivers still took a damage.
This
though, 'cause
was
he
I
countered,
won the
right?
Battle of Wits, Jotaro. Do you recognize this street?
Yeah, so Rivers.
So they're both at 1. They're both at 1 hit left.
But as do you still have perception bats now that your head is balls? Or well, not balls anymore, but you took it off and threw it. Can you let's see?
What do you see, bats?
What do your bat's eyes see? Bats.
Hello?
That?
Dune.
You guys just cut out. What
Oh.
do
I think
So
Tan DM'd you
can you
something.
see right now? Right,
Tan did not DM me anything.
I didn't DM you. I'm talking to you.
I'm the one tan DMs, thank you.
Yeah, I knocked out Chelsea with my head, and you cut out the past like 20 seconds.
Okay, so Vasilii has been sent flying backwards to the vault door. Like, as a head, can you still see? Can you see Vasilii right now? Like, go
Yes.
flying?
Yes, I see
In the
Vasilii go
second
fly.
you see Vasilii, a memory comes back to you of the suffering you experienced in your past when you were sort of claimed to be like an informant, basically, and everyone went after you. And it feels very impossible you forgot about this, but you remember that back then there was a specific person who accused you, who led all those gangs against you, and betrayed you thoroughly. And you remember now that it was this man, it was Vasilii Teng who did that.
Bats is going to have the clash, chuck his head back towards his body, and the balls are going to reattach. And Bats is going to mechanically get up like the Terminator, and he's going to glare at Vasilii, who is, I'm assuming, laying in a pile of rubble right now.
He hit the vault door, so he's in a heap there.
He's been cacuined.
Yeah, exactly. And Bats is going to have just dozens and dozens of balls surrounding him, spinning around him, building up momentum, velocity, and he's just gonna dead set stare at Vasilii.
Okay, Chelsea,
you traitorous bastard! And then he's going to attempt to fling them all at Vasilii.
Okay, and Chelsea, you're barely conscious. You're not doing anything right now, but your eyes flutter like for a second. You can barely see, And as you look at what's happening to Vasilii, you also recall something. You recall that horrible day when the people came to tell you that your husband had been killed. You recall that they also told you that he'd been murdered by an international criminal by the name of Vasilii Teng, and he showed you a photograph of this man.
And this is like, I certainly believe this in that moment.
Yes, you know this to be true.
Am I back up with one hit or something?
You're not. You're just like,
you know what?
You've got.
If this is what she genuinely believes right now.
Yeah, this is a dark determination.
That's what I was about to say. Damn it. Yes.
Okay, I want to say maybe not do it right because we are about to cut away to a driver.
Okay.
Well, you keep that in the back pocket.
Okay.
Vasilii might actually die this session.
And we go swoosh
Maybe
over
he's
to
got
driver.
an ace up his sleeve.
Maybe. I hope so. I like Vasilii.
Driver reaching his 10th random encounter head.
Yeah,
Hello, Papa!
Driver, you'd be going through fucking, like, there is, like, viscera on the side of like, a motorbike and you, like, slammed through many monsters on your way through.
Maybe I should have asked for a map before I came down here.
And even though you didn't ask for a map before you came down here, you do seem to have reached, like, through all the networks, through the miles and miles and miles of driving you've done, you seem to have reached some sort of nexus for this entire complex. Like, all the pipes leading down to this dark pit. Like, a massive chamber that you're, like, on the edge of right now, looking into. Right in the center of it, there's a head the size of a fucking battleship. Like, more structurally sound than any of the other monsters you've seen. And you see that this wound, this monster, now that it's, like, in a proper form rather than warped into another shape, you can recognize this head as Scruffson's. And as the massive heads, its eyes flick towards you. And it lets loose a tidal wave, a tsunami of vomit in your direction. And we cut to black.
I don't think you got... You know, I don't think this company has the zoning permits for all this underground land.
The session does come to an end for tonight.
If she truly believes that, I think we're going to have a
cliffhanger.
dark determination on our hands, which means she could
Yeah,
die.
no.
That was fucked.
Stigma, you have a week to come up with something really good.
Public Enemy, though, oh man, as on the nose as that is, that's a pretty fucking cool stand.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So what was it for Bats? Why did he hate Vasilii?
And Vasilii is the one who accused him of being a rat and sent all the gangs after him.
Wait, so Vasilii didn't get any effect from like the electricity? He doesn't.
I think the effect is that everyone hates you.
The
I don't
effect
think
is
Vasilii
we all
starts-
think you're like the reason for the thing we're most upset about.
I don't think Vasilii will have a flashback to like, oh, actually,
why
I was the
Vasilii tried
person
to
who
kill me.
betrayed myself.
You know what would be kind of poetic, though, and almost cute? Hold on, I'm going to say this off camera. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
What will he say?
Bye!